If Shakur so easy to beat, Tank should just fight him.
Ain't never laced up, and you think Shakur gotta prove something to you. You sound stupid.
Made the rules up. Yeah, that was bullshit. It should have been called a knockdown. You can't take a break like that.
Gervonta Tank Davis has always been a polarizing figure in boxing. Whether it's his performances in the ring, his brash personality, or his legal troubles, Davis stays in the headlines. But one of the most unexpected and persistent critics of his career isn't another male fighter, it's Claressa Shields, the two-time Olympic gold medalist and multi-weight world champion. Their rivalry has been brewing for years, fueled by social media spats, interviews, and deeply personal jabs that go beyond typical boxing trash talk.
Can bang, can box, and I think that he's a better boxer than Tank. Now, is he a knockout artist? No. But that fight, Shakur got enough power and the skill set to where he can offset some stuff with Tank. Tank knows that. And if Shakur so easy to beat, Tank should just fight him.
Ain't never laced up, and you think Shakur gotta prove something to you. You sound stupid.
Shields has never been shy about expressing her opinion. And when it comes to Tank, she's been relentless in questioning his mental toughness, career path, and even his reputation as one of the most feared punchers in the sport. Tank's mentality: is he losing his love for boxing? One of the biggest concerns surrounding Davis in recent years has been his mental state. While his physical ability remains unquestioned, his focus and passion for the sport seem to be wavering.
Well, but I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I think that whenever I say something about him, it goes viral, and then they make it a way for us to beef or whatever.
Pile on.
Yeah, and it's more of like, I ain't got to be friends with him, but I don't hate the dude, and I wish him well. I think that if he get his mental together, he'll fight better.
Remember,
If you listen to his recent interviews, you can hear the shift in his tone. Boxing isn't his primary love anymore. Some of his statements make it clear that, for him, fighting was always more about escaping his circumstances than achieving greatness. He's admitted that he never really dreamed of being a champion, he just wanted to make enough money to get out of his situation. That kind of mindset can be dangerous in a sport like boxing, where hunger and ambition separate champions from legends. And Shields has picked up on this.
I had to box. I had to get myself out of my situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was coming to, I didn't say I'm gonna be this
champion.
Yeah, undisputed champion. Nigga, I was saying I need to get money. I need to get out of my situation. You get what I'm saying? So that's another thing why I say, like, once I get to, while I'm at this level, like, it's no point, like, it's no more point to prove to myself. Cause
She's called him out multiple times, saying that if he doesn't get his mental state in order, his performances will continue to decline. The Roach fight, a turning point? If you asked most fans, the fight against Lamont Roach Jr. was supposed to be another dominant win for Davis. Instead, it turned into one of the most controversial nights of his career. Rather than the typical Tank Davis showcase where he overpowers his opponent with devastating power and speed, this fight was a struggle.
They made the rules up. Yeah, that was bullshit. It should have been called a knockdown. You can't take a break like that. The only person that can do that is the referee.
I thought I was doing my thing, so I'm not really that frustrated about that. But if that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision.
Roach was never supposed to be a real challenge, yet he managed to push Tank to the limit. Some observers even believed he had done enough to win the fight, and Shields wasted no time in piling on. Right after the fight, she tweeted, "Might be the perfect time for Tank to finally get that therapy he wanted. If he can get his mind right, he can get back in the game."
Than him. I got more Olympic gold medals than him. He can't say that I can't box.
yeah.
So what else he gonna say? Man, she ugly. And you're short. So it'd be like, when he went that route, and I've been like an advocate for him, like when he got into the trouble, I didn't share nothing.
That wasn't just a casual comment, she knew exactly what she was doing. Shields was referencing past comments Tank had made about seeking therapy to deal with the pressures of boxing. By bringing it up right after a lackluster performance, she was throwing fuel on the fire, subtly suggesting that Davis's struggles in the ring were tied to deeper mental issues. Tank wasn't about to let Shields' comments slide. He clapped back in classic Tank fashion. How's some woman boxer going to think she can take down a male professional boxer? The fact that some grown woman can even think that is just one reason why I don't even bother responding.
Ryan, you're just fast, Ryan,
I will
and you're
literally
actually
hit
big.
you in your temple so bad you won't even know what hit you.
Okay, Ryan, so when you gonna come do it?
No, it'll be there with smelling salts.
I'm asking a question. Because
Yeah, have the
I
We're
got,
gonna
a
get
boxing, I got a boxing ring at my gym, and if you
You got dropped by a no-name.
Ryan, you talking about something that was 5 years ago. I'm happy you brought that up.
About to have kids.
I'm glad you brought it up.
It was dismissive, condescending, and exactly the kind of response Shields had expected. She's been on this for years, arguing that female fighters don't get enough credit and that male fighters like Tank get too much protection. Back in 2019, she confidently claimed she could beat Keith Thurman and even said she could give Gennady Golovkin a run for his money. And when it comes to Tank, she's even more convinced. To her, he's just another small fighter who relies on hype and favorable matchmaking rather than proving himself against the best. The knockdown controversy. Was Roach robbed? Another major talking point from the Roach fight was the supposed knockdown that wasn't counted.
And I thought I should have won a competitive fight. I think I did what I needed to do necessary to bank the rounds, and even without the knee, that should have been a knockdown. So, I don't think there's any excuse for me not to win tonight, but that's just how the cookie crumbled.
Many fans, analysts, and fighters, including Shields, felt that Roach had landed a clean shot that should have been scored as a knockdown. Shields didn't hesitate to call it out, saying, if that had been Tank and Roach's position, the ref would have called it a knockdown without hesitation. They've been doing this for him his whole career. When it's a real fight, they make sure it doesn't go against him.
Shakur gotta prove something to you. You sound stupid. Go glove up first. I done seen that boy do some miraculous things inside of a gym. Beat guys up from his weight class all the way up to 178.
Because the big one, they want, Shakur and Tank. That's the one everybody talking about. That's the one they want. Tank
is mad at me, boy. And that lead up.
You gonna go crazy in that?
Yeah, be calling me.
She wasn't alone in this. Shakur Stevenson, another rising star and potential future opponent for Tank, had been vocal about his belief that Roach should have been given more credit.
All the talk throughout the years, what you would do against somebody like Tank, your style versus his, was that not the blueprint? And can you not do 10x that?
I'm not even going to shit on him, but look.
Even Terrence Crawford, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, jumped in and simply tweeted Roach won. The controversy only added to the growing narrative that Tank has been protected throughout his career, receiving favorable matchups and lenient officiating.
Nobody like a draw, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in I lost track in the...
One of Shields' longest-running criticisms of Davis is that his success is largely due to Floyd Mayweather's guidance. She has repeatedly said that if Tank hadn't been mentored and promoted by Mayweather, his career would have looked very different. In one interview, she didn't hold back. If you ain't had Floyd right there holding your hand, I don't know where you'd be at. That comment hit a nerve because it played into one of the biggest criticisms of Tank. He's never had to struggle the way other champions have. He's been carefully moved through his career, avoiding dangerous fights while being positioned as a superstar.
I want some money tonight. That's all I'm happy for. I want money tonight.
Shakur, tell us something, bro. Like, what did you think about the decision?
I ain't gonna shit on him.
Okay.
We still gotta see each other. He say he wanna fight me, so we gonna fight.
But what do you think about the decision?
I told him I won.
You told him I won. Got you. I talked to you.
But Tank has pushed back on this, saying that while Mayweather helped him early on, he had to fight to get out of his own situation. I had to box to survive. I didn't come into this saying I want to be an undisputed champion. I was saying I need to get money. I need to get out of my situation.
I'm trying to get so much out of this and get away from it. Like, I have a house on an island. Y'all won't see me again type shit. Like, that's how I'm trying to beat. I'm trying to beat all this shit type shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be around this too much longer. I don't even want the spotlight. Y'all can have it.
More recently, a viral video showed Tank refusing to engage in a street fight after being confronted by a man trying to bait him into throwing hands. Instead of taking the bait, Tank ignored the challenge and walked away.
Oh, shit. Hey, Gervonta Davis, right? What's good, brother? Hey, man, I was just trying to catch a friendly fade with you. I know you do all that boxing shit. You feel me? For some money. I got money. You ain't throwing no more money. Like, a little fade. Something that's not orchestrated on live TV, but just on some hood shit. I put belt to ass. Well, God bless, man. It looked like you turning down the fade. God bless. Jesus is good, or whatever. Whatever you worship, Buddha, all that. I'm a Zoe. God bless everybody. Y'all look very uncomfortable. It's not that deep. All right, bye.
Shields reacted instantly, tweeting, "See, that's why I trashed that troll up. Stop playing all the time." At first, it seemed like she was defending Tank, but as always with Shields, there was more to it. She quickly clarified that, unlike Tank, she wouldn't have backed down. She was drawing a clear line between them, letting people know that while he might avoid confrontation, she never would.
And if he's to be successful, how would he do that?
To beat Tank?
Yeah.
Now you want me to give somebody the game plan on how to beat Tank?
You would be a great trainer because you have the skill.
Don't like me, so I ain't gonna give nobody the recipe.
Where does this rivalry go from here? With every fight, every interview, and every social media post, the feud between Shields and Davis only seems to escalate. Shields continues to argue that Tank is overrated and protected. She believes he avoids the toughest fights, makes too many excuses, and isn't as dominant as people claim. On the other hand, Tank sees Shields as someone who doesn't understand the reality of men's boxing and is just trying to stay relevant by picking fights with him. But no matter what side you're on, one thing is certain. This rivalry isn't going anywhere. And as long as Shields keeps calling out Tank and Tank keeps responding, the boxing world will keep watching. And if Tank continues to struggle in big fights, Shields' words will only carry more weight.